What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today.
LeBron James does not care about winning anymore. Point blank, period. And as a fan of the Lakers, to have the face of the NBA and the supposed best player on my team, but not having winning championships as his main priority is very troubling for me. He has put individual statistics, accolades, wanting to play with certain players, forcing the organization to draft his son, pushing them into coaching decisions. He's put all those kind of things, among other things, ahead of what matters the most. If this man clearly cared about winning, maybe he would restructure his contract, or next time he's a free agent, don't ask for so much money to allow the team to have more flexibility and leeway to make better basketball decisions and give other people the money for the quality of player that they are. They can make better basketball decisions now. They're not handcuffed. LeBron James has made it clear that the only thing that matters to him is changing people's mind in this GOAT debate so that the majority of the world favors him over Michael Jordan. And for those of you that have been on this channel, and I do Michael Jordan content, I do LeBron James content, you rarely see me really get into these Jordan and LeBron debates. Because for me, I don't even have LeBron James ahead of Kobe Bryant or Larry Bird, let alone Michael Jordan, who I think is the greatest. LeBron James knows that championship boat has sailed. Later. He has played far too long and has accumulated far too many losses to win that 6-0 debate, that finals debate, that championship debate. No matter how many he pulls out of his ass through assembling as much top-tier talent as he can get away with, that ship has sailed and it's not going back to Gilligan's Island. So now his focus is on numbers, statistics, driving averages, but even more so than averages, really driving the total accumulated stats, numbers, values. By the time LeBron James' career is over and done with, his counting numbers and totals accumulated are going to be balls to the wall, damn near untouchable, probably untouchable in our lifetime, to include turnovers. Don't forget about the turnovers. That longevity and total numbers argument is and will always be his greatest argument in this hyper-focused GOAT debate. He is going to eclipse 50,000 points barring some type of catastrophic injury. And given the pattern of life of his career, I don't see that happening. The man, LeBron James, seems to be immune from season-ending injuries and, might suffer the occasional strain or sprain periodically. So in the meantime, while he is logging heavy minutes and padding his numbers on his resume, everything else falls in line in the pecking order. And when you put your individual accolades so far ahead of winning championships, or rather weigh it so much more heavily, how can you expect the team to be focused on winning at the highest level when this is the example your leader is setting? You see, you keep telling me that LeBron James is gassed, that LeBron is tired near the end of the season, at the end of games, into the postseason, despite him saying that he's good to go and feels great. You keep telling me in the playoffs he just ain't got the horsepower anymore, and he's almost 40 years old. Now let's see. If all that is true, I ask you, why is that? Why is he so gassed? I know the age, I understand the mileage and longevity, but why? Why is he playing all those minutes? Weren't the Lakers supposed to put LeBron James on a game-to-game minutes restriction to preserve his health and longevity for the long haul of the season? to have him as fresh as possible for the final stretch? Darvin Ham wanted LeBron James to play about 29 to 30 minutes a game this season. So why the hell has LeBron James logged over 35 minutes per game this season? Tell me. It was not out of necessity. Because when LeBron James was not playing, the teammates of his, those guys that people call bums when they're losing, seem to play very well with Anthony Davis on the floor, and LeBron James is not there. D'Lo looks like a much better player. Austin Reeves looks like a much better player, a much more complete player, as does Rui. These guys step into their own quite well without LeBron James. So why is he playing all these minutes when the plan was to limit them? Tell me why. I will tell you why. Because LeBron James cares about his stats too damn much. Instead of a minutes restriction, LeBron wants to load manage and sit out games instead and still play high minutes so that it does not impact his averages on the season. Now, on the flip side of that, that can also impact his totals marginally depending on how many games he misses. But in the short-term scope of the season, he is looking at averages, especially when it comes to MVP conversations should the Lakers have a good record. Something else that adds to his resume. It's funny how LeBron James somehow gets MVP votes over the years despite being a play-in caliber team. I don't think that would happen to anybody else. At least not with the frequency. Now see, I've said this before, and I was called a hater. But not too long ago, reports came out that, in fact, LeBron James went against the coach's minute restriction and usurped the coach's decision and made him play the minutes LeBron James himself wanted to play. Because why? He wanted to keep his minutes high for all the reasons I mentioned. So if you want to blame anybody for his supposed fatigue and being out of gas come the end of the season, you can point the finger at LeBron James himself. Actions detrimental to oneself and one's team. Like we've seen LeBron James do time and time before, in many ways, he assumes full control of a situation. Tells the coach, the owner, whoever, to step the F back, and I'm going to do it my way. If he cared about winning championships, he would understand a minutes restriction is best. He would stop caring about his numbers. He would allocate his energy more evenly to both sides of the floor as best as he can. I'm not asking the guy to be Ant Edwards or be prime LeBron James, but be the best version of oneself in tune with winning a championship. You can't tell me that this guy is not a stat padding monster, but is portrayed by his media goons as the complete opposite. Come on, man. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it. I appreciate you all for stepping in. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell, stay notified. Check out our LeBron James playlist, and I'll catch you on the next one. We out, baby.